What's up, vinyl community? It's your boy Chris coming at you live, as always, from the Man Cave. Fortunately enough for me, I just got back from about a 4.5 day, much needed vacation with my wife and daughter. Believe it or not, our very first vacation as a family, me, my wife, and my daughter, just the three of us. Don't get me wrong, I don't want you guys to think that we never sit around and we never do anything. I mean, we've been on plenty of day trips, stuff like that. We've been, to the zoo, aquarium, yada yada. We've been to plenty of places. And my wife and I have taken our daughter plenty of places. I take my daughter plenty of places, plenty. But for the first time since my daughter's been born, family vacation. Left out on Thursday afternoon. What am I talking about? Thursday, got off early from work. Wife got off early from work. Got home. Snatched up my daughter early from daycare, probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Headed on up. Got into Asheville, North Carolina, probably about 5:30-ish. Had a nice early dinner at Buxton Hall Barbecue in Asheville, North Carolina. Highly recommend it. For any of you guys, if you're ever in Asheville and you ever want some good barbecue. I mean, it's been on the Food Network. It's been on several food shows and whatnot. And they're world famous for, well, not world famous, I guess, but definitely famous in our neck of the woods for smoking the whole hog. So, outstanding. Great stuff, great food, and that was a great way to kick off the vacation. The next morning, of course, we wake up, we take our daughter to Knoxville Zoo in Knoxville, Tennessee. Great zoo. My wife and I actually are, and my daughter, the three of us are very fortunate to live probably 45 minutes north of a really good zoo in Riverbank Zoo in Columbia, South Carolina. So Ramona's been there plenty of times, and she loves it. She really loves it. But I gotta tell you, this Knoxville Zoo, it was great. I mean, it's about 2 hours away from the house in which we stayed in, which is my family's cabin in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. We love it. We try to go as often as we can. It just hasn't been as often ever since we became parents. But obviously, for some of you guys, you can definitely relate and definitely understand. Anyway, we get up there and we love the zoo. Ramona has a blast. She gets to see the bears and the tigers and the gorillas, and yeah, she just has a blast. It was a great time. And for lunch, we I can't remember. My wife picked the lunch spot out. It was but it was a Mediterranean place. Yeah, great stuff. Shawarma, stuff like that. That's what I had. But yeah, good stuff. After that, ran into Lost and Found Records in Knoxville, Tennessee. I told myself, depending on my wife's mood, my daughter's mood, and we'll see, how we're looking, because she's still got probably a 2-hour drive back to the mountain cabin after the trip, and so I wanted to see how she was feeling. So she was feeling great. So my plan was to run in Lost and Found Records, and then maybe, give or take, maybe Wild Honey Records. For those of you following me, if you've never been to Knoxville, Tennessee, my fellow record collectors, there's like 6 or 7 really good record stores, like 3 or 4 great ones in Knoxville, Tennessee. I highly, highly recommend it. And of course, it's a great place. You get to soak in some Southern charm and whatnot. Plenty of great food, good people, great times. But I highly recommend it. But came up on Lost and Found, and I was like, okay, let me see what I find in Lost and Found. And I'm not trying to spend too much money on records, because I had as much money tied up in our vacation as I possibly could. I wanted to show my girls the best time I could show them. And it's like, okay, so I don't want to spend too much money on records. This video more so is just to keep you guys updated with what I got going on. And I'm going to show you, of course, what I found at Lost and Found Records in awesome Knoxville, Tennessee. So I'll stop in. First of all, the record store right on the side of the road. If you blink, you'll miss it. If you don't know what you're looking for, you'll miss it. Because it's basically what appears to be an old house that is now a record store. Pictures will be in here, by the way. And Lost and Found Records. Open 7 days a week. Of course, very important to any of you guys. So I go in, and even though my wife's in a good mood, my daughter's in a good mood, I just tell them, like, if you don't want to come in, you don't have to. Let me run in. Let me check the new arrivals and the jazz. I'm out. So my wife's like, you think you can make that happen fast? I'm like, I can make that happen in 15 minutes. So I run in. Because it's the South, you never know what to expect. It's Tennessee. You're going to find country, you're going to find bluegrass, and you're going to find classic rock anywhere in the country. Those are the rules. I don't make them up. That's just the way it is. Jazz digs are usually minimum. But I run in, new arrivals, nada. But jazz, not so bad. I actually ended up putting a few back, which is different. First off, Sam Rivers streams recorded in performance at the Montreux Jazz Festival. And as you guys can see here, it's a promo copy. Released in 1973, if I'm not mistaken. Sam Rivers on tenor and soprano sax, flute and piano. Cecil McBee on bass, Norman Connors on drums and gongs, and yeah, great stuff. Impulse, you guys know how I feel about Impulse. Gorgeous Impulse gatefold. Great stuff. Sam Rivers, of course, is best known for his Blue Note releases. Contours and Fuchsia Swing. A little bit of dust on it. Other than that, extremely clean. $12 for the promo press. Couldn't beat that price. Couldn't complain about that price, not even for a second. Not even if I wanted to, I couldn't complain about it. And the promotion, the promo copy, not too bad, $12. I couldn't complain at all. Next up. John Coltrane, Sunship. Which, by the way, today would have been the legendary, the GOAT, John Coltrane's 93rd birthday, if he were still among us. But believe it or not, it's a Coltrane I didn't have. Of course, it's a posthumous release by Impulse. Gatefold, obviously. Everything's in beautiful shape. Great stuff. First press. Because by the time this album came around, the ABC Impulse label was the first press. Very happy to bring that home. Next up, The Happy Horns of Clark Terry. Impulse, 1964 release. Great stuff, obviously. I mean, why show you guys Impulse if I'm not going to show you guys the gatefold, whatnot? Just doesn't really seem to serve much purpose. Great album. Clark Terry, genius in my opinion anyway. Underappreciated genius. Clark Terry on trumpet and flugelhorn. Phil Woods on the alto and clarinet. Ben Webster on tenor. Roger Kellaway on piano. Milt Hinton on bass. And Walter Perkins on the kit. Phenomenal album. What's interesting about this particular pressing, if you guys look at it, see where it says Impulse under that, you usually see you see the catalog, and then you see either stereo or mono. Well, here you see neither. And if you look on the back, same thing. Under Impulse, you see neither. And this is the first Impulse release I'd ever seen that. And you pull the wax out, and it's exactly what you expect. That beautiful Impulse label. But again, what's interesting about it is that's the first time I've ever seen it. And I went and I tried to see if I could find some info on it on Discogs. And it's listed on Discogs, this exact same listing. But the problem with that is even though it's listed on Discogs, it's still is listed as unknown on release date and release year. So if any of you guys know anything more about when this was possibly released, because on the back it says released in US, printed in USA, recorded 1964. So it's the first time though, and I've got a lot of Impulse releases, guys. I've owned a lot of Impulse releases in my life. That's the first one that I've seen like this. But even if I didn't already want the album, which I did, I'd still bought it just for that. 15 bucks, can't beat it. So far you got this for 15, the Train for 12, the Sam Rivers promo for 12. Next up, Shelly Man and His Men at the Black Hawk, Volume 2. Song contemporary. Great stuff, super clean, extremely clean actually. Original press, mono, spread out. Gorgeous. Had to jump on it. $8. The median is like 50, I think, on Discogs. I think the cheapest copy for sale right now is like 65. So to say $8 was a steal. So right here in this stack, I got 8, 23, 35, got $47 for 4 original jazz presses. Very happy to say the absolute minimum. I put 1 or 2 back. A couple of the ones I put back were reissues. I put a Ben Golson back. There was an OJC. Because I was thinking, like, okay, maybe either I'll hit Wild Honey today or maybe I'll hit Harvest in Asheville on the way out. When we're on our way home from our vacation, something. But, we leave a little bit of room just in case, that happens. It turns out neither happened. But, anyway, I didn't want to hinder the vacation. So from there, head on home. It was a great day. Grilled out dinner at the house that night. Awesome time. The next morning, wake up, take Ramona to see more animals because my daughter loves animals, and so as we find like a oh man, it's not a zoo per se, but kind of sort of is. Like it's like an animal retreat right there before you get really into Asheville, North Carolina. Only a few miles before all the big stuff, but yeah, I can't remember the exact name of it. I apologize, you guys. There'll be pictures. But they got bears, and they got farm animals, and they've got cougars, and they've got bobcats, and basically the whole deal with that is every animal that they have there is either indigenous to or was once indigenous to the region, the Smokey Mountain region in North Carolina. That's the whole purpose. Very friendly, very accommodating. Great time. Leave there, go to a farm burger. If any of you guys ever aspire to grab a great burger, and maybe a craft brew or whatever while you're in Asheville, something quick. Farm burger, great spot in downtown Asheville. We hit those. We hit them up. Leave there. My wife is wanting donuts from this spot. I can't remember the name of the spot. But, yeah, I can't remember. But right around the corner from them was Green Man Brewing. And I'm a big fan of Green Man Brewing. Obviously, you guys know how I wagon wheel. And big fan of Green Man Brewing. And I've been drinking their beer for, years. But only what I could get here in my neck of the woods in upstate South Carolina. So only 2 or 3 beers. So I finally get there for the first time. Like, hey, babe, how about you go get donuts and I take Ramona and me and her go sit down at Green Man. And my wife's like, oh, okay, great. Because they're literally right around the corner. So we sit down, and my daughter's been in a few breweries. I'm her dad. She's always very comfortable there. And everybody's always so sweet to her. We sit down, enjoy a couple of beers. My wife meets me shortly after getting the donuts. The bartender, everybody couldn't have possibly been nicer to my little girl, which is always. Brewery owners, if you're watching this, any of you, you want to ensure that I come back, be sweet to my little girl. Basically. Yeah, your beer can be the shit, and I will not come back if you are inadvertent my little girl. But yeah, if you're sweet to her, I'll come back. There was a lady behind the merchandise counter, brought her over a little stuffed elephant and a stuffed duck, which, I was taking as tight, just, to keep her entertained long enough for me and my wife, to have a beer or two, which we did. And then, thinking fully, I'm going to have to return these. And I'm dreading it because I'm like, I know she's not going to be happy about me having to return these. So I go to return them, and they slide them back across the bar. Like, no, they're hers, take them. Love you guys. I already loved you enough. So Green Man Brewing, if you're in Asheville, North Carolina, and you want good craft beer with great customer service, go to Green Man Brewing in downtown North Carolina. It's downtown Asheville, North Carolina, please. And the best thing about it is right around the corner, you can get some great barbecue, Buxton Hall Barbecue. And great donuts on up. Vortex, I think is the name of the place. I can't remember. But great stuff. And just a great day. And we headed on home from there. Next day, kind of took it easy around the house a little. Went shopping in town. Hit Boojum Brewing. You'll see some pictures in Waynesville, North Carolina, which is about 15 minutes from the house. I love everything they do. They're great. Awesome place. And spent some more time just hanging out and enjoying each other's company, watching lots of kiddie movies, redboxing a few movies. One of the things about having a place to lay your head that's not a hotel is you can get comfortable, you can settle in. So we spent a lot of time just enjoying each other's company, and it was great. And it was a really great time. And one more plug, a place that I forgot to mention. Saturday, anytime my wife and I go to Maggie Valley, North Carolina, the Asheville, North Carolina area, we're going to go to Joey's Pancake House in Maggie Valley, North Carolina at least once. If we're there 2 days or more, it's going to be twice. So we were there basically 4.5 days this time, so we went twice. We went Saturday morning, we went this morning. They are the shit. It's the best breakfast I've ever had in my life. You're going to wait 25-30 minutes. It's worth it. Don't sweat it. Don't get there and think, the wait's kind of long. Let's go to Denny's. Denny's sucks balls compared to Jenny. You will never want Denny's again after you've had Joey's Pancake House. You will never want IHOP again after you've had Joey's Pancake House. Trust me when I tell you. Those places suck balls compared to this. Just trust me. Just take me at my word on this. So, yeah. If you're there, go. I wasn't intended to do that. But anyway, you guys know how I am. So, had a great time with my family, with my beautiful wife, my beautiful daughter. Great weekend. I can't wait to do it again. We all basically have made an agreement. We cannot wait this long between vacations. We all go too crazy. And we need it. We need the time. And I just, more than anything, I just need the uninterrupted time with my girls. And one of the best things about going up to that area is it comes with limited cell phone reception. You can literally just get the fuck away from everybody and just enjoy each other's company. So highly recommend it. For any of you from out of the area, go to the Smokey Mountains. Go to the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. Go. Get away from your fucking cell phone. Get away from it. Put it down. Get away. Spend some time with your family. Just hug your kids. Hug your wife. Hug your spouse. Just enjoy yourself. Highly recommend it and good medicine for the soul. I miss my turntable, but I don't get to spend that much time with it anyway, to be honest. I got a stack of about a couple hundred here that I haven't had a chance to listen to. But that's life. That's life in the fast lane. Good retirement plan. So, great time, great weekend. Picked this up at the brewery on the way home. Green Man, Demon Dweller, barrel-aged Imperial Stout. Best served for guys like me who like whiskey and beer. Cheers. Until next time. Until next video. Keep dropping that into you guys.